according to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this white man. Need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, ask you to stop and ask you to prop. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I say you won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole. Because of the COVID, it feel like the hoes in this world that don't go together. Know it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settle. Yeah, see the props. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you the props. You know, like we all come together. You know what I'm saying? They say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and know your ass need to stop and ask you the props. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, y'all, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to prop. One step, I'm solid for show. To the fake nigga, stay silent, I got it, let's go. Let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no token when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep this late. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pants through the fire. Ask you the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Therefore will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Plus your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop and ask you the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why they exist, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop and ask you to give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
See, y'all think it's just about us in here, but this is about an oppressive, fucked up system designed to keep niggas down and shit. Y'all wouldn't know nothing about that. What about you, little nigga? You know about that?
Yes.
Oh, you know about that? Tell me what you know about that. Tell me what you think about that.
I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. Belly of the beast, we been living in hell. They like, damn Kai, how could you tell? Put us in the project, set us up to fail. Round here, bullets be flying like hell. Too many of my niggas either dead or in jail. Make a nigga work when you locked in a cell. Can't find work when you out on bail, but your homie got the work, so we passed you a scale. Got them birds like the Bible got quail. Niggas selling out cause they mama got bills. Turning to coons like Oprah and Gail. How you sell your soul just to get a little kale? They put you in a dress when you get a record deal. Wanna see a nigga getting high on pills? You can dance on a pole, you can sell that tail, but they never tell a nigga that he can go to Yale. We all created equal, that's white males. All lives matter, not black males. Another mother crying, another coffin got a nail. How many brothers out here got killed? How many of our sisters out here gotta heal? How many more caps gotta get peeled? We beef with each other so quick to pull the steel. George Zimmerman still alive and well. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Feel. Light-skinned nigga, you gon' find me in the field. Feel. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill, chill, yo, chill.
Prison Industrial Complex is a system situated at the intersection of government and private interests. It uses prisons as a solution to social, political, and economic problems. It includes human rights violations, the death penalty, slave labor, policing, courts, the media, political prisoners, and the elimination of dissent.
They just want us to die in silence. They just want us to die in silence. I might start me a fucking riot. Slave rebellion, no compliance. They just want us to die in silence. They murder minds like they got a license. I pray for the coronavirus to kill all of these violent tyrants. They prey on us like they poaching lions. World War III's on the horizon. Black and Hispanics form alliance. From the west coast to the islands, this pressure is making diamonds. They go waking sleeping giants. I turn up when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, you can find me in the field. House niggas looking at a nigga like chill. I go hard when it's real in the field. This for my niggas that kneel on the field. Light-skinned nigga, find me in the field. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. I turn up when it's real in the field. Feel. I don't give a fuck how a house nigga feel. But feel.
Nigga, did you just say what I was trying to say, but smarter? I like this little nigga.
One West, 12 tribes, UPK. Yeah. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. Ever since a nigga was young, I knew what I wanted. Knew that we could either be hunters or with the hunted. Meaning only choice was the predators or the prey. Showed this man wherever I was, but I didn't play. And I started spitting, step fire to every stage. Rap gave a little bit of buzz, but it didn't stay. Then I started hustling, getting at some bread. I always went broke, making sure that my niggas fed. But then I looked for loyalty, niggas, they wasn't there. The same that I shed blood for, and it wasn't fair. But fuck it though, turn they back on a real nigga. It's when I found UPK and I'm still with them. Drill with them, cause I've been in the field with them. Fringed up garments, rocking the shield with them. I never turn traitor, I never let my colors fly. Never get my brother's book. I ain't like that other guy, nothing like them funny groups. They just better get in line. If you in the middle, you confused, you should pick a side. Me, I must stay loyal to the king till the day I die. I am One West, head beating in my chest. Fuck all the rest, we stayed, y'all left. Suckers ran scared, had to clean up y'all mess. That's why we took over, I can see that y'all stressed. We ain't got time to worry about no hater. My life is like a movie, should come with a narrator. They gather data, they wanna see us assimilated. Marching through the streets, know we coming, you hear our cadence. All you smell is Henny and frankincense is the fragrance. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. The squad is forever. I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters, I'll ride for those letters. My squad is forever. It's forever. Squad is forever. When a nigga in this mode like I get so hyped, shining blinding like a strobe light. I'm my only calm, so I battle me back and forth nights like a bullfight. I see red charge and destroy Mike. Gave me foresight, so I know that winning the war might have them all tight. Fuck their feelings, cause they the soft type. I was always taught never turn your back on your brothers. Take on any enemy, know the strength in these numbers. UPK official, and ain't no coward among us. So make me go and bang with them sticks like I'm a drummer. How y'all gonna run with the style that we invented? You always talk the war was wild, but you never in it. All that coulda, shoulda, woulda. I see how you try to spin it. The way my soldiers move out, you think that we got evicted. It's One West in the building, we owning it while you renting. Lyrical exercise in the booth is my Planet Fitness. Words move you like calisthenics. Bars heavy, so when I bench it, I'm building up a hardcore. I flex when I'm finished. And right after a light workout, it's back to business. Group sick of UPK, cause we the illest. I got one question, will they ever stop hating? Waiting on this war so long, I'm salivating. Niggas turn bitch so strong, I call them Caitlyn. I get the green light, it's go, no hesitations. Y'all just been holding our spot like reservations. Now we back to work while you suckers still on vacation. Mixtape singles and even collaborations. They smiling in the face, but I know I see aggravation. You ain't got to hide it though, you fucking mighty cone. UPK bringing that heat, you know the fire's on. It's One West. Cause I'm a One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I ride for those letters, the squad is forever. One West rapper, no half stepper. Cross that path at the camp, you know better. UPK, I'll die for those letters. I'll ride for those letters, the squad is forever. It's forever. The squad is forever.
Yeah. Go ahead. Come on, West. Go ahead. Go ahead. Rockin' this shit. Yeah. Go ahead. Look, I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother way. Go ahead. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. Go ahead. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead. This shit is too easy. I'm on gold, but they don't believe me. You know I'm winning with the team. Screaming Vinny, 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 Vigi. Hear them devils screaming out bloody murder. I'm about to close the curtain. I'm on my grind, bitch, and work. Sorry, all them lies, it ain't working. Them niggas weak, cause they be churching. I'm a West nigga, that's for certain. If he cross the line, I'ma back up and I'ma hit his ass with this virus. When I come through 300 strong, 144 Leonidas. All my niggas we eatin'. I'm in this bitch with the itis. Say all y'all do the sweet. Tell y'all to do the sweet. The nigga made the wrong move, he make his ass obsolete. He ain't one of us hit the lead. He ain't one of us here preach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas go retreat. Go ahead. I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat.
You see this look that's on my face, bitch, I'm for real with it. I hit the streets, put on my cleats, was in the field with it. You soft as cotton, just an actor, Uncle Phil with it. And then my target's on the move, but I can still hit it. Hey, I speak true cause it's necessary. Gullah Jack revolutionary. Cold on him like January. Commander General is a visionary. Soul food, no sweets. Your preacher man, he's sweet. Matter of fact, he weak. It's wartime for peace. Think you hard, nigga, you ain't. Fuck with us, nigga, you can't. You smart cars, we pace. We form up in ranks. We buy the bag, this rap shit. All black, no bright shit. Real life, no cap, bitch. Fall on them, that's cap shit.
I keep it low to the T. UBK play for keeps. Ain't shit sweet. Got soldiers on deck, and my youngin' did a sweep. This a whole nother wave. Tell him get the fuck off the beach. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Nigga, come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. I'm in the field with the cleats. He ain't one of us here breach. Come through all black gully jack, man. All them niggas gon' retreat. Go ahead.
One West is too raid, son, that's where I came from. That is my A1s, I'm talking day one. Rest of these niggas out here is just fake, son. Look, you can hate, son, you cannot take, son. I've been in every hood out of my state, son. Out in these streets, I'm steady blazing. Looking to cut a nigga like I'm Jason. I am the one. This is the Matrix, going so hard that they think I'm an agent. Going so hard that they said I'm a Mason. These are the facts though, I'm just amazing. There is no other way that I could stay them. Iron my spotted, they'll never be vacant. These niggas lazy, they got complacent. They wanna level these fucking Caucasians. How the fuck we gonna rebuild our nation? You niggas feminine, go get some makeup. Sorry, but my love is only for Jacob. We had some hard days, we learned some hard ways. always. Just know that I pray that we get it out the dust. Only thing that I trust, knowing that my niggas gon' bust. That's thumbing up the rush, thinking that you won't get touched. Fuck when my brother get crushed, been through too much. Always come through in the clutch. Nigga just do what it does, fuck you thought shit was. Cause nigga it wasn't. Know that I do this for dozen. Always kept it 100. Niggas know I never stunning. And I keep shit running, even on the days when the pain keep coming, or a nigga fucked up and he feel like numbing. Show goes on, I just keep on drumming my faith, even on the days I wanna break. Saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Dark days with no night vision, that's why my heart is a cave and there's ice in it. Don't even trust niggas no more, Lord is my witness. Me and these niggas ain't the same, it's a slight difference. Thought a nigga had my back, now it's a knife in it. But now I'm back at the back like it's the ninth inning. Still got the backpack packed in the back of the camp van, taking any given chance to blaze on the white man. Son of Benjamin, born on the right hand, never losing grip, I understand who I am. Met a man to show me the right path, now I'm rooted in the truth, to rule is my plan. And I can never lose sight like an exam. Sharp as iron, I was forged by fireman. In the circle of life, how could I tell you, man? I was undesired, had no one, and then I met these men and it changed how I'm living. Their words was convicting, called that a life sentence. Now I need a witness, but no, I'm not Christian. My faith in these scriptures, man, not no religion, man. It's like Tazab, and I'm with my brother Katazab. Then you niggas too sweet like baklava. Niggas better not make a nigga bring them choppers out. Better pray for your health like the doctor's out. Just be faithful, one day you'll be thankful. Wonder why they hateful. Luckily I got angels. I'm so thankful. Yes, I'm so thankful. Used to be ashamed, and even before I changed,
still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, saying how much could I take, still kept my faith. Even when these niggas act fake, even when it came like a snake, still kept my faith. Some days I ain't even wanna wake, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith. Even on the days I wanna break, some days that my heart had aches, still kept my faith.
Shalom, we are the ICBK coming out of 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York, at the Commanding Junior Hana. And today's topic is World War III. We got to learn to see the bigger picture. Because behind not seeing the bigger picture, a lot of the times, people fall, brothers and sisters fall into hating each other. You see what I'm saying? If you keep your eyes on the bigger picture, if you start to see the whole board, then you'd be like, man, then you start to see how petty certain things are. You know what I'm saying? But if your vision is small, those petty things become real big. You know what I'm saying? The smaller your vision, the bigger petty things become. Let's open up with a scripture. Oh yeah, also too, we're going to be talking about the monkeypox. And how that goes, hand in hand with the Roe versus Wade thing, right? Right. The Most High sent that punishment immediately after. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened? What happened with that? You see all of these people that are, pro-abortion supporters. Right. And the Most High is like, all right, fine, no sweat. I got something for y'all. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And a lot of them, man, maybe I'm wrong on the stats, but a lot of them work from the LGBT community.
Yes.
That's right.
Yes.
A lot.
Yeah. And that's where it'll start. It'll start from. That'd be the kickoff point. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Just like AIDS. All of that stuff, you know what I'm saying? That it starts. That'll be the kickoff point, but then it'll start to spread to people that ain't even on that. You know what I'm saying? Because see, here's the thing. You got a woman that, that she's sleeping with a dude, he got monkeypox, he's gay. You know what I'm saying? And then she mess around and sleep with a straight man. Now they both got monkeypox. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times we wonder how the hell he got it. Well, he got it from his woman. A lot of people say, oh no, man, it be these dudes, it be down low dudes that be, giving the women all these diseases, they coming out of jail and, such and such, you give the woman diseases. What was she doing while he was in jail though? Because every situation I've seen, when I see my partners get locked up, they woman went out there and did every damn thing that she wanted to do. Right. You know what I'm saying? She went out there, she went ham. You know what I'm saying? She went Canaan. You know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know what I'm saying? Green eggs, blue waffles, and ham. She went, you know what I'm saying? She started doing every damn thing that she wanted to do that she couldn't do while he was out. She had, when he was out, he was with her, she had to sneak and do things.
Right.
But now that he's locked up, that relieves a whole lot of stress off her. She ain't got to sneak so much no more. As a matter of fact, she even believes that it should be an understanding between him and her. Well, you know, you locked up, so, you know, I just had to do, you know what I'm saying, what I got needs. I had to do what I had to do. And some dudes even fall weak to that, be like, well, you know, I know I'm in here, you know, you gotta do what you gotta do and everything, you know, but when I get out, you know, that shit's over.
Right.
Nigga, you need to step, you get out, you need to step and just, you know, get you just something else. You know what I'm saying? You don't know what the hell you running across when you get out.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? When you get out, you come out the first out of jail, you know what I'm saying, go knock on that damn door, you know what I'm saying? And all of a sudden, he answered and blow your ass away. You know what I'm saying? He expecting for you to come through. You a felon, so you ain't too big right now on packing a gun, and you just got out too.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Well, he didn't just get out. He was just all in. Your woman.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, so every time he already on edge, every time he go over. You know what I'm saying? So he's packing his strap. Niggas packing straps to women's cribs nowadays. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was a situation where one dude came in and the dude was in the closet. Dude came out of the closet and blew him away. You know what I'm saying? You got blown away.
Sound like the R. Kelly story.
Yeah, trapped in the closet. You know what I'm saying? With a damn 44 Magnum. You know what I'm saying? And one of my buddies got blown away like that. A brother named Roy. Roy, you know what I'm saying? And that's why I say, a woman goddamn put you the hell out, man. You know what I'm saying? And then you come back, you don't know what the hell you coming back to. You know what I'm saying? The way I look at a woman put you out, she's done already made a decision, because what are they doing? They put you out a lot of times so they can get down with another dude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Real talk. You know, I done seen, you know, situation with my buddy Roy. He's one of the coolest dudes you ever meet. You know, him and his girl get into it, she put him out, you know, and she started messing around with the dude that lived in the same apartment complex. But then she decides, oh, well, you know, I want my man back. You know what I'm saying? So now she breaks it off with him. He's mad. You know what I'm saying? So now Roy come back, you know what I'm saying? You know, him and dude end up having words and stuff like that. Well, you know, that seemed to have died down. Roy was in there, you know what I'm saying, smashing his woman and everything. You know, dude come, knocked on the door. Roy looked through the peephole, dude blew Roy away. He saw the darkness go over the peephole, you know, you look at the peephole and see the dark, and he didn't give a damn who was behind that door. You know what I'm saying? All he knew, he was gonna blow some damn body away, and it just happened to be Roy. You know what I'm saying? Shot and killed Roy right there. You know what I'm saying? You know, you got to think about it. If a woman put you out, what is she trying to? And it could have went the other kind of way. Hell, who knows? It could have been monkeypox back then. You know what I'm saying? Or something. He could have caught that, but instead he caught a bullet right through the peephole in the face. Well, from a high caliber gun. I think like a 357 or something like that. Right to the face. You know. I'm just saying, you know, and then now you got the monkeypox.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, monkeypox is a beast, you know. And then we got to also think about also too what's going on in the world also. Israel and Iran. Now, here's the thing. This also makes, you know, which I'm going to go into this later on, you know, with Israel and Iran, you know, Israel is like this with America. You know what I'm saying? They're very close. So now you can start to see Isaiah the 13th chapter start to form up, which we're going to go into that a little later on. You can see how it's going to come about, you know, because here's the thing. Israel and Iran get to fight. Iran say if Iran starts to lose, right? Who is Iran going to start to blame? We got to think about that. Anybody know? Right. Yes. Yes. And we're going to go into that. America, they're going to start to blame America because America supports Israel with over somewhere like $3 billion annually.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They still going to look at America as the one that's pulling the damn string.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And Israel does have the second most powerful military on the planet. You know what I'm saying? Because of all that money that America and everybody's been pushing into Israel to make sure that Esau keeps the dominance in that territory. So now you can see with Iran and Israel going against each other, you can see how if Iran ends up or if Iran starts to win, it don't matter either way. If Iran starts to win against Israel, because see, Iran is also going to get some support from China. And China's going to have its own deal going with Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? Its own, beef with Taiwan, which is also Russia's going to be backing them. And Russia and China is, you know what I'm saying, is a force together right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They're a force together. China said, you know what I'm saying, months back that they was going all in with Russia. You know what I'm saying? Seen that coming. And then Russia had to make a damn decision, because let me tell you what would have happened if Russia had to let that thing go on down, you know what I'm saying, what was the name of that goddamn Ukraine?
Ukraine.
Then what would that do? That would push Russia towards China, right? And then with China, then Russia would have to fortify itself against China, which would make them two enemies. So like I said before, Putin had to do what he had to do concerning that. He had to do that. He didn't have a choice in this matter. There's one thing you got to start, a lot of people do all of this, following the news and following the, you know what I'm saying? But at the same time, they can't put two and two together on that. You know what I'm saying? He ain't no more evil than any damn other world leader or dictator that has ever been. He just did what he got to damn do. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hell, he ain't no more eviler than Joe Biden or any of those. You know what I'm saying? They all evil.
Right.
All of them.
Right.
Every last one.
That's right.
All of them are set on the damn United Nations and everything. They set up in the United Nations to see how they're going to probably, they distributing slaves there. You know what I'm saying? Well, we'll give your people come from Turkey. We'll give them such and such in some type of black business. You know what I'm saying? They all get a piece of us. So that makes them all what? That makes all of them evil. You know what I'm saying? Because if they wasn't evil, then they would sit back and think, well, damn, I mean, everybody then got super rich off these different people. Look what we done do. Look what's done happened to them all throughout the time of history and everything. Right. Because they keep history. Believe that. They do not. History is very, very strong with the elites.
Right.
Believe that. You know what I'm saying? History is one of their favorite subjects. You know what I'm saying? We think that it's astrophysics or some stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Majority of them ain't no damn astrophysicists. But what they are is historians. You know what I'm saying? They have a concept of, what went on in the past. You know what I'm saying? Because here's the thing. In order to enslave the Most High's people, you had to go into history to be able to do it. Because they were thinking, because ancient Egypt was the only empire at that time that had us in that type of slavery for so long. So what was the blueprint? Blueprint had to be ancient Egypt. And that had to be the blueprint. They couldn't go off the blueprint of Jabin, the king of Canaan, or the Midianites, or any of those. They couldn't go off of that. They had to go off the Egyptian example, because they was able to keep us, The whole time I was staying in Egypt was 430 years. It's a long time.
Right.
That's a very, very long time to enslave somebody. So they had to go on that blueprint and even make it even, you know, better blueprint out of that, out of the template that they got from ancient Egypt. You see what I'm saying? These are the reasons why, you know, we shouldn't be bearing grudges against one another. Because see, here's the thing. Let me tell you how grudges, let's go to that scripture right quick though. Let's go to Leviticus 19 and 18. The pink oppresses the devil that the Bible speaks of.
That's right.
And see, you know, this is one of the reasons why, you know, it's not good, you know, to hold grudge, especially if you're in some type of seat of power. You know what I'm saying? You're a manager or something. To go here.
Revelation 19:18.
Well, we can follow up with that one too. Go, give me what you got on that. I want to see what that is.
It's like Revelation chapter 19, verse 18. That ye may eat the flesh of kings, and the flesh of captains, and the flesh of mighty men, and the flesh of horses, and of them that sit on them, and the flesh of all men, both free and bond, both small and great.
Okay. I do like that right there. You know what I'm saying? Even though that's not really going on what I'm going on with this, but I do like that. And I want you to hold that scripture right there, because I want to bring that up, you know what I'm saying, a little later on. You know, I have to go to Isaiah the 13th chapter. Yeah, hold that. Hold that. All right, I'm ready.
Leviticus chapter 19, verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Now, think about this for a second, okay? It's one thing for, you know, a nigga to not like another nigga, this, and that. But imagine when that type of situation is there, and then you have a position, one of them has a position of power.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He's a manager on your job, right? Supervisor on your job. He bear a grudge against you. What can happen? Anybody? What can happen if he bears a grudge against, you know what I'm saying, his brother? He bear a grudge against Esau. Esau just go get another job.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, Esau get another job, or hell, or he just might still be there. They just don't like each other. That's just that. You know what I'm saying? Because that white dude has, you know, pull inside there too, even though he's not a supervisor,
right,
or a manager or anything like that. But when that, you know, when you got a manager and he can't stand a, you know, somebody that's black, what does he do? He hawks his advancement, right? And then he seeks a lot of times to get him fired, knowing good and well that he gets fired, he gets behind on his child support, he gets, you know what I'm saying, all kind of messed up things can happen.
right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, all because this dude's not trying to be some type of punk up under you. You know what I'm saying? You know, there's a lot of black, you know, a lot of black people want people to kiss their ass.
Right.
Once they get a position and everything, they want ass kissers. And everybody's not cut to kiss ass. You know what I'm saying? You know, get the little dorky devil to kiss your ass and to be your, you know, your arm bearer and all that. You know what I'm saying? Get him to do that, you know.
Right.
You know, devils ain't really got a problem with doing all of that. You know what I'm saying? You just pick the right kind of devil. You know what I'm saying? But that's not something you should be, you know, requiring out of one of your brethren, though.
Right.
Real tough. That's not something you should be requiring out of him. You know, for him to, for him to relinquish his manhood and everything and dignity and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, to please you or whatever. But then you find a nigga that, you know what I'm saying, that won't do that, all of a sudden now you want to destroy him. You know what I'm saying? You want to destroy him. You want to wipe his damn life out. You know? I done seen a lot of dudes do that stuff on jobs. You know, we got to know how to actually to treat each other. And the scriptures say, can you read that again?
Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
Avenging ain't just talking about going up and killing somebody.
Right.
That's not what that's talking about. You know what I'm saying? It could be scarring that man's reputation. You know what I'm saying? That's revenge too. Everything ain't coming by a gun, about a fist, or anything like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we seeking to scar that man's reputation and just trying to destroy him, you know, in other ways. I mean, you know, even as far as with things like, what would be undermining, you know, certain good things that that man might have done. You know what I'm saying? You know, just making it, you know, reducing it down and making it seem small and insignificant. You know, even though it might have been something that you needed at the time.
Right.
You see what I'm saying? See, that's how you make slaves. That's how you start to make permanent underclasses, all right? You make permanent, you know, this is how you make a permanent underclass. You know, you make a bunch of dudes that you won't reward, but you require a lot out of them. You see what I'm saying? So now what are they doing? They doing all this, and that, and then they have no reward. And then when they, you know what I'm saying, when they kind of like finally see what's going on and see the angles, you know what I'm saying, then all of a sudden now you want to attack them now.
Right.
That's how Esau does.
Right.
And we take on a whole lot of ways of Esau. That's why, you know, Christ told the Pharisees, ye are of your father, the devil.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And he said, and the lusts of your father ye shall do. Did he say that? You know,
right.
Even though, and you know what they were also doing? They were, you know, the Pharisees said she's boasting themselves in the law.
Yeah.
They had a self-righteousness going on, which a lot of blacks and Hispanics actually have.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, they said they're boasting themselves in the same law while breaking the law, you know, as being the worst lawbreakers, actually. When they try to take that woman to Christ to try to get that woman killed. Yeah. At that time, all of them dudes that did that deserve to die. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
According to the spirit of the law, right?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? According to the spirit of the law, all of those dudes deserve to die.
That's right.
You know what I'm saying? Even though nobody stoned the woman.
Right.
They still deserve to die according to the spirit of the law. You know what I'm saying? That's why whatever it was that Christ wrote in that saying, they had to bounce. They had to get the hell on up through there. You know what I'm saying? Because it testified against them, because what the laws say also too, the same thing that you seek to do to your brother will be done to you.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You deserve that same thing. You know what I'm saying? You know, without that, you know, it'd be a Jezebel situation. You know what I'm saying? It'd be some rocket docket trial real quick to get this nigga up out of here, to kill him. You know what I'm saying? And he had nobody to even stand up for him and be like, wait, man, hold on. You know, what happened with Jezebel and the ball and all of that. And nobody rose up and was like, wait a minute. Let's judge this thing a little further. Let's look a little deeper into this matter. Where was he at when he was supposedly, you know, cursed God? You know what I'm saying? And the king. Where was he at? One group said this. One group said that. Another group said this. You know what I'm saying? Or the two sons of Belial. You know what I'm saying? They said, you know, such and such. Because there was a bunch of nobles and everything that were involved in that too. You know what I'm saying? The nobles of that dude's city that knew him. Because see, everybody knew each other. Everybody knew everybody.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Especially if you come from a stock that has a good name or a bad name. Everybody still know you. They knew you by your profession and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? You were a coppersmith. Everybody knew you as such and such as a coppersmith. You were woods, you know what I'm saying? You were a lumberjack. You know what I'm saying? You were a woodsman. Everybody knew that this is such and such as a woodsman. Just like, you know what I'm saying, Christ. What they call him? They call him this is the carpenter's son.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, he was known a lot of times by your trade. You know, you work with iron. You know what I'm saying? This is Barzal. You know, the Barzal family over here. You know what I'm saying? And then y'all were seen like that. If he had 10 sons, they were looked at in that, you know what I'm saying, as 10 iron workers. You know what I'm saying? 10 iron workers. You know what I'm saying? Just like their father. Because see, back then, you know, the children, regardless of what they like, you didn't do what you liked. You know what I'm saying? The child didn't do what he likes. We tell our children nowadays, he's 3 years old. What do you want to be when you want to grow up? He say he want to be a goddamn fire truck. What the hell you gonna do? Are you gonna make it help him be a fire truck? You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? He want to be a fire truck when he grow up. You know what I'm saying? I mean, come on, man. You know what I'm saying? You can't, you know, you supposed to be, you know what I'm saying? Whatever it is that you do, you're supposed to teach him that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? If you, whatever trade it is that you have, you know how to lay tile, you know how to lay brick blocks and stuff like that. You should have him at that site when he's 5, 6 years old. You know what I'm saying? You know, have him doing little things. You know, come grab me this, come grab me that. You know what I'm saying? Take that bag right there. Once he's strong enough, he get about 10, and then you can take the bag. You know what I'm saying? I guess they might do it different now, but that's how it was back. You know, when I was, you know, trained in Lane Bridge, you put all these bags and stuff together. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you added water to it, mix it together, mixing mud. You know what I'm saying? You know, he's 12 years old, mixing mud for his dad and everything, even though he might not even like it. But that doesn't matter. Because once he goes out and actually starts to do what he likes, you know what I'm saying? He's cold, so he's cold with basketball, right? But at the same time, he didn't make the cut to go to Duke. You know what I'm saying? Even though he was cold. He was cold enough to go. Because you got a lot of NBA dudes that it almost didn't happen. That dude, Ja Morant. You don't know who he is? Oh man, this dude probably one of the coldest niggas in the game right now. And he's been playing in the league for about 3 years. He almost didn't make it to the league. Something happened. He played with Zion Williams. You know what I'm saying? Zion Williamson and everything. You know, them two was like this. Zion made it, you know, first round, and this dude was like off the damn screen. You know what I'm saying? Oh, what happened? Nobody knew what, you know what I'm saying? Nobody even knew about this dude. They played in one of the UBA or whatever you call them, UAB teams or whatever. They played together in that. You know, the dude almost did not make it to the league. You know what I'm saying? Because something happened, messed up with his exposure and this and that. So think about it. If you got a son and, you know, and he didn't learn your trade, right? You to teach him that trade because his hopes and dreams might not happen. You see what I'm saying? He might not make it to the league, or he's playing football and he messed around and got tackled the wrong damn way. Now he walks with a limp for the rest of his life. But he has now what it takes to start a construction company, though. You know what I'm saying? Or he's an heir to your construction company. You know what I'm saying? You see that right there? You know, all because you taught him what he didn't want to learn. Now, and then here's the thing. There's a scripture that says, a man is as his praise. A man is as his praise. I hope somebody can pull that one up. I'm paraphrasing it real bad. As a man's praise is, or a man is according to his praise, something like that. I don't know if it's in the Bible or the Apocrypha.
I found it.
You found it? Okay.
You wanna read it?
Yeah, you can read it.
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 21. As the fining pot for silver.
And that's good right there. That's a fining pot for silver, because you got to put the silver through something, you know what I'm saying, in order for it to come out pure on the other end, right? So when you bring your son to that construction site, or you bring him to the mechanic shop, you know what I'm saying, you bring him to wherever it is that you do, he might not like it, you know what I'm saying, at first. But then let people start to praise him and tell him how cold he is at it. You know what I'm saying? And the same damn thing that he did not like, now he loves it, and he's raising his son to do the same thing. Right. Go ahead.
As the fining pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise.
There you go. That's it right there. So is a man to his praise. That's why it's good to praise, you know, brothers, you know what I'm saying, even in small things. because this is what building the men. You know what I'm saying? This is what building them. You know, because a lot of people don't have the gifts that other people have. You know what I'm saying? Some people, not everybody's cut to be a varsity athlete. You see what I'm saying? Not everybody is a good. Not everybody's a great teacher. You know what I'm saying? Not everybody's a great of this and that, or you know what I'm saying? Not everybody is super good, you know what I'm saying, on computers or software, like Officer Maccabia. Not everybody can be that. You know what I'm saying? Some people, might not have really a lot of gifts at all. You know what I'm saying? They might have one thing that they can do good. You know what I'm saying? You got a dude out there that you know what I'm saying? He's not, great at anything, but at the same time he speaks 3 languages though. You know what I'm saying? You give the man some praise on, you know what I'm saying, speaking those 3 languages and everything. You know what I'm saying? Because that's a skill that you would actually need, because he would have to reach out to people that actually speak that language and be able to reach out to people that you can't. Right. That'll be way more difficult for you to reach out to. Right. You know what I'm saying? Simple as that. You know what I'm saying? We can read that again. Oh, okay. And when you do things like this, it'll be harder for you to, actually bear a grudge against someone. Okay.
Proverbs 27 and 21. As the finding pot for silver and the furnace for gold, so is a man to his praise.
So is a man to his praise. Because go ahead.
No, so like I had a precept to that. It's actually the same. So I was looking up the precept, right?
Right.
It's actually in the same chapter.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, if I may.
Yeah.
Because you made a heavy point. You know what I mean? And pretty much, I let the precept speak for itself. Proverbs chapter 27, verse 2. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth.
Right.
A stranger, and not thine own lips.
Right. Let another person, you know what I'm saying? And then, you hear what they say.
Right.
And then if you didn't like doing such and such at first. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But then, people, like I said, people telling you how good you are at it. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, and then you got to thank your dad on that. I mean, just like even with Floyd Mayweather. Floyd Mayweather, when he was little, you know what I'm saying? He hated the way his father was training him in boxing. He couldn't stand it. You know what I'm saying? He couldn't stand it. His father was, real hard on him and everything. His uncles were, you know what I'm saying, a little more softer. It was a balance there. You know what I'm saying? Because his father was, you know what I'm saying, really super hard on him. His uncles were, you know what I'm saying, they were playing a more understanding role. You know what I'm saying? And he couldn't stand it. He used to cry. You know what I'm saying? When his father used to train him all the time, he used to cry and everything. But once he started to get 14, 15, 16, he really started to love the sport. You know what I'm saying? And he got to see all of that hard work and everything, pay off. And then all of that stuff that he learned from his father and his uncles and everything too, that is crazy because they was able to build, a hell of a machine out of him because he had all of their strengths. You know what I'm saying? He had the strengths of his father and his uncles too. Everything that they were good at, he was good at, and even better than they were at it. So now he's looked at as one of the greatest boxers in the world, and that's all the hell that he even knows. You know what I'm saying? He lives, eats, breathes, you know what I'm saying? P's and duties boxing. You know what I'm saying? It's his whole life. If he has a son, he'd raise him the same way. You know what I'm saying? But I'll read that part again.
Proverbs chapter 27, verse 2. Let another man praise thee, and not thine own mouth, a stranger, and not thine own lips.
Right. Let a stranger, let you know what I'm saying, just sit back and see, you know what I'm saying, you know, who praises you for what? Because a lot of times that's how you can start to see and start to get a good feel out of what it is that you're meant to do.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You know, you always got to hear the audience.
Right.
Okay. Any more on that?
No.
Okay.
No, unless you want to go to verse 3.
We can go back to Leviticus 19 and 18. We'll finish up on that.
That's right. Leviticus chapter 19, verse 18. Thou shalt not avenge, nor bear any grudge against the children of thy people.
That's a commandment right there.
Right.
That's a commandment. I done seen a lot of, you know what I'm saying, fake Israelite groups and everything boast to talk about the commandments, but that they're doing that.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And it says against any other children of thy people.
Right.
Regardless of where they're at, you know what I'm saying? Or who they are.
So like, if I may, now I'm really glad that you said that, because this is one of those precepts that you can also use to prove that, okay, for example, right, there are tribes of Israel that hate other tribes of Israel.
Right.
But they don't accept or truly know that that they are, you know, the same as them.
Right.
You know what I mean? A lot of people, okay, a lot of blacks hate natives because of their bad experiences that they have with them. You have Hispanics who hate, you know, black people because of the bad experiences, right?
Right.
Vice versa, right?
Right.
But what people have to understand is that whether you like it or not, y'all are the same people. Y'all share the same blood.
Right.
And you gotta ask yourself this question: who are the most oppressed and undesired people on the earth? Black, so-called Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians.
Right. Right.
They are the ones that are at the bottom of
Right.
everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's not a coincidence that they are going through hell, and they're going through hell, and they are going through hell.
Right.
There's no coincidence. It is because we are the same people, and we are going through the curses together.
Right.
And of course, one of those curses is definitely hating each other. You know what I mean? Because there are Hispanics who hate Hispanics.
Yeah.
There are Negroes who hate Negroes. There are Native Indians that hate each other.
Right.
But we all hate each other. You know what I mean? But we are all the same people.
Right.
Once we truly know that and understand that, we will start to love each other.
Right.
You know what I mean? And actually be there for one another.
Right. And there's a thing too. We got to make ourselves love another, because love and hate are actions.
It's actions.
It's not a feeling.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
It's not what you say, it's what you do.
Right. Exactly. You know, it's action. Love is an action word.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's a verb.
Right.
You know, about action.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? You know, and you know, I mean, just like also too, you know, you have within the tribes, you know, you have tribes looking at another tribe, they the same exact tribe for real.
Yeah.
But looking at them as something else. Like, you know, the Mexicans that born here in the States, they can't stand the Mexicans that come from Mexico.
Yeah.
But they look at them as like it's some type of damn, you know, shame. You know what I'm saying? Like that reminds them of what they used to be. You know what I'm saying? It's like they look at them like if white people was to see Yeti.
Yeah.
Or to watch the movie A Quest from Fire.
Yeah, that's crazy.
They look at that as a throwback, you know what I'm saying, of who they originally actually are. That's one of the reasons why they can't stand, you know what I'm saying. The same thing with, you know what I'm saying, you got Haitians. They can't stand, you know what I'm saying, the Haitians that just come to the country. And what were they doing? They were predatorizing them, beating them up, robbing them. They were doing the same thing that the Judites were doing to the Haitians. And they started doing the same thing to the Haitian new arrivals. You know what I'm saying? Because I mean, I ain't gonna lie, when I first met, you know, Haitians and everything, you know, like in Louisville, brother, I thought they were Africans. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, you know what I'm saying? And even Cubans too. You know what I'm saying? I mean, Cubans, I thought they were Africans too. Yeah. I mean, that's how I knew that Cubans was black.
Oh, okay.
You know what I'm saying? I come to find out, one of my niggas they used to roll with all the time. He was a Manassite. Man, he's black as an ace of spades. You know what I'm saying? I didn't know it. I was wondering why he couldn't stand Cubans though. But that's all his mom messed with was black Cubans. You know what I'm saying? And his father, him and his little brother, Giovanni, you know, both of they father was Cuban. Yeah, so then, because I was wondering where the hatred came from, you know what I'm saying? Then, okay, then it dawned on me, you know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, that's what his dad is. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, but you know, it's the hatred that we got within even the tribes and everything is just real. It's real bad.
It's very bad.
You know, and it's real bad. You know, and for all of these different, you know, diverse reasons and stuff like that. But at the same time, though, is nobody that's hated more than the Southern Kingdom, though. You know what I'm saying? As far as within the tribes, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. You know, we're the most hated. You know what I'm saying? Out of all the tribes, because one thing, Christ comes from the tribe of Judah. You know what I'm saying? You know, we're splitting, you know what I'm saying, into two kingdoms, and then a lot of times we can't stand each other. Yeah, Haitians can't stand African Americans.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And say, I heard some Haitian woman say Haitians hate everybody. You know what I'm saying?
I've heard that before too.
You know, they say Haitians hate everybody. And then you got the Benjamites, you know what I'm saying? They call, you know what I'm saying? Call African Americans the Yankees, you know what I'm saying? Just from being up north or whatever, from where they're at, you know what I'm saying? You know, it's the Yankee boys, you know what I'm saying? It would be beef there, you know what I'm saying? But here's the thing, when people's in positions of power though too, you know, in Esau's world or whatever, that same damn grudge they can use to destroy another brother. You know what I'm saying? Or a sister. And this is where that's happened too. You know, and not killing them, you know, but destroy them, you know, in other ways, destroy their lives, their reputation, you know what I'm saying? You know, assassinate their character. A lot of times assassinating a person's character is, you know, even worse than killing the person.
Right. And you know, if I may, so like, I know, like personally, I know brothers and sisters who hated other tribes that are in the school. Right. Now, of course, that was the past. But once they came into the school and they actually started to, you know, what's the word? Like they actually started to, you know, deal with brothers and sisters who are different tribes. You know what I mean? Because, you know, some people, some Black and Hispanic and Native Indians, they come into the school and they have, you know, bad experiences with the other tribes.
Right.
But coming into the school, they see a whole different perspective just because of the righteousness. You feel me? Like, you know, and they see, like, you know, how things was back then because they was in the world.
Right.
So because that bad thing happened to them, it gave them hatred towards their own people.
Right.
Or one, you know, the same tribe within the same tribe. You feel like once again, like I mean, I'm sure we all know that one person or a few people who truly hate their own people, but they are one and the same.
Right.
You know what I mean? But I know brothers and sisters in the school personally who, you know, had a grudge against different tribes, but now they love them more than anything, and they would die for them. You feel me? It lets you know that like how powerful and how strong the influence is in the school, and how to really give you a real perspective of everything.
Right.
You know what I mean? To understand you know, the good, the bad, the ugly. You feel me?
Right.
But like, you know, just because you had a bad experience with you know, a tribe or other tribes doesn't mean that's them as a whole.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like if I may, just one thing. When I was working at Target one time, you know, sometimes at Target you have to help. Of course, you got to help out customers, right? But you have something that's called you pretty much got to help somebody shop because they may have a guard animal, They may, maybe blind, maybe, deaf, can't, really walk so well, whatever, right? But in this case, it was a sister. I think she had to be in her 50s. And she was just going on and on about how she loved her son so much. Her son is just amazing and beautiful. But somehow in the conversation, when I'm helping this lady find an item at Target, she pretty much goes on to look like she changed the whole subject. And she said that she loves her son so much, and her son is not like these other black kids. So when she said that, I kind of looked at her and I was just like, yeah, I hear you. Like, what do you mean? And so pretty much she goes on to say that, I've been raped a few times. And all the times I was raped, it was by black men. I can't stand black men. I hate black men. It's what she said out of her mouth. And I'm like, good night. So, but I'm just like, but you love your son. She's like, yeah, my son is not like anybody else. He's different. And it's just like that's, of course it's very terrible that happened to you. But all black men are not rapists. You know what I mean? We are not criminal. Like the thing she was saying was just, she sounded like a white woman.
That's what a lot of them inspired to be.
It was so sad because like she's so damaged. You know what I mean? Like she can't really see, in a sense, the bigger picture.
Yeah, the thing about it is, her real damage actually don't even really come from what might have happened to her. Because
and of course, if there was counsel and shit like that, I'm sure everything else would come out. But just for her to say that, it was just very very disgusting and sad.
Yeah, that's Christian. That's Christian. But what causes them the most damage is the fact that who it is that they really love, they know that they can never be with them like that.
Mm-hmm.
That's what damages them more than anything.
Mm-hmm.
They want to be with that. They want to be with that white man.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And the only thing they find out when they get with him, they become a jump off or something like that. Because see, here's the thing. That's the same type of black woman right there. It was the same type of throwback black woman that would name her black husband's child after some white man that she admires. That's a Negro custom that black women have done. You know what I'm saying? I got a cousin that's named after, you know what I'm saying, some dude that my grandmother used to work for.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Black women would be cleaning that white man's house. She admires that white man. He's who she really, really wants.
Yeah.
And so she come back home and she's angry with the black man. She's angry with them kids. You know what I'm saying? Because what she really, really wants is just so close, but yet so far away, all at the same damn time. And that's what causes the damage to them right there. You know what I'm saying? It's not getting what it is that they really, really want. They put the blonde stuff, weave in their hair. You know what I'm saying? The blonde wigs on. They do all put the blue contacts.
Right.
Looking real weird, like some type of demon. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying?
Right. You know what I mean? Like I really miss those sisters, right? You know what I mean? I like and the ones that I miss are, I can only find them in UPK, right?
Right.
But I really miss those sisters who knew that the oppressor was the devil that the Bible speaks of.
Right.
I miss those sisters who actually knew that, black and brown was a thing where like black and Hispanics and Indians were a people.
Right.
You know what I mean? But because of just years and years of oppression and generations of just us being polluted by our oppressor, it just like these still like it. I'm not even gonna say woman. Amongst our nation of sisters, we have bitches and monsters.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like Roe v. Wade, that was never a thing back then.
No.
You know what I mean? Like women really love their man and want to keep that baby and want to be happy about having, this man's children.
Right.
And it's just disgusting right now.
She had a better sense of purpose.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it was. I mean, and then here's a funny thing too, is we'll let somebody talk us into, telling us we shouldn't have children because we're poor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We the only people on the planet that people push that to.
Exactly. You know what? Because Ling Ling ain't getting that talk.
Hell no, she's not getting that talk.
What's the damn African name? Omar. Omar's not getting that.
No, yeah.
I don't know the woman's name.
Yeah.
Oh no, you know Fatima. Fatima's not getting that talk. You know what I mean? I don't know about the East Indians, but their woman's not getting that talk.
Yeah, the East Indian ain't getting that talk either.
Yeah.
They told you, you know what I'm saying, populate regardless of how, because they're not pushing that on,
Exactly.
on them.
Yeah.
Only on Israelites do they push that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You know, I mean, hell, back in the day, in the 50s, it'd be families, it'd be 10 children, you know what I'm saying, in the family and everything. They poor, and only dad's the only one working.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Mom taking care of the house and the kids and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Hell, and the families grew up fine.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
And if I may, so like a sister had made a comment based on what we just talking about. If I could read it. All right. The sister from South Dakota, she said, Khan, my grandmother, whose dad used to really push hatred on me for other tribes, but I never could relate. She especially didn't like Judah, as you can see that didn't work, hence my sons being of Judah. Salaki is definitely an issue our people have, especially amongst Gad on the reservations, and that's very true.
Right. Yeah, I've noticed that myself. I've noticed that same thing.
Yeah.
You know, when I lived in Knoxville, Tennessee, you know, it was a Gadite dude named Levi. You know, he'd get, you know what I'm saying, be turning up his fifth and everything, you know what I'm saying? And talk about, you know, ninja this, ninja that, you know what I'm saying? You know,
We just met a brother at my apartment.
Yeah.
He said this, you know, this N-word is he be stealing my beers and he be doing this and doing that. It's like, damn, like you sound like the devil.
Right. Yeah, a lot of the Gadites, you know, a lot of them carry themselves after redneck white men. Redneck white people.
I ain't gonna lie to you, like I've never actually seen that. And me being in Minnesota, like I grew up with Black, Hispanic, and Native Indians, and I grew up with, you know, devils as well, as far as neighborhoods and shit, right?
Right.
But I've never seen that before. Like you know, at least yet. You feel me? Until that day. Like I've never really seen I never really seen, you know, Gadites really having an issue with Jacob, so to speak.
Yeah, I've seen that's the only thing.
It was always with each other as far as marriage and babies and stuff like that. But then again, I'm not too surprised.
Yeah, the thing about it is you got a lot of here's the thing too, is it's probably different here than it is down south, because you don't even see a lot of Gadites down south like that. And when you do see them, they merged in with white people. You know what I'm saying? And just as a dark white person a lot of times. Like I was messing around with this Gadite girl, you know, she was mixed, you know, her dad was Gad and her mom was Esau, but she looked like, you know, she was real dark though. You know what I'm saying? But we chilling, you know, laying in the bed and everything, and she's like, boy, I wonder what my dad would do if he found out, you know what I'm saying, that I was messing around with a black man.
Good night.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, serious. You know, because you know, like I said, you know, they, you know, as a matter of fact, you know, the very first fight that I got into in Knoxville when I was like 12 years old was a Gadite dude. I thought he was a white boy. You know what I'm saying? His name was Marshall Leach. He was riding by on his bike, you know what I'm saying, and called me the N-word, and I knocked him off his bike. You know what I'm saying? And eventually later on down the line, you know, his father was a dark Gadite and his mom was white. But he took after his mom's, you know, color and everything, you know what I'm saying? But I looked at him kind of like as a white boy, you know what I'm saying? And because, you know, and they, a lot of times they look at themselves like that. You know. And they, you know, a lot of times they believe too that, you know, that the tribe of Judah and everything has certain privileges on the lands that was theirs, you know, because after, you know, how we all sided with Esau to destroy each other, and he's always the common denominator in all of that.
Yeah, that's right.
You know what I'm saying? He's always the common denominator, and he's the reason why we hate one another.
Exactly.
We hate one another, you know, pretty much trying to brown nose him.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's really what's going on for real. You know what I'm saying? We hating each other, you know, but at the same time, he done destroyed all of us. You know what I'm saying? That's why, you know, I really don't buy the tribal hatred, the hatred you got towards this tribe. That's why I really don't buy into it, you know what I'm saying, even in the world, because look who to wipe all of us out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's the focus.
Right, exactly. So look, you know what I'm saying? Look at the reason why there was such a thing called the Buffalo Soldiers and all of that. You know what I'm saying? You know, we all running around seeking his approval. So if we seeking his love, then what that mean? That means we gotta hate the other tribe.
Yeah.
We gotta hate them in order to have his love. You know, and get a little small, little, you know, I can't even call it a piece of the pie in America, some crumbs of the pie.
Yeah,
and we all got to do that. You know what I'm saying? You know. Anything?
It's like another sister had made a comment, if you don't mind. The sister, it's like Sister Maraka Parker said, Salaki, my stepdad always cuts down on other tribes and is a yes a master house nigga. I grew up in Georgia, Chicago, and the reservation, and his hatred has never made sense to me in that aspect.
Right, and it really don't make sense, you know, because I mean, you know, and that's the reason why it never made sense to you, because it don't make sense. There's no sense behind it for real. It's all with loving, you know what I'm saying, loving Esau and all of that, and wanting to be in his good graces. So when we want to be in his good graces, we hate what he hates. To love America, you gotta hate Black, Hispanics, and Native Indians. You have to.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
If I may be honest about that, I mean, like, so many times I see people, but like our own people say that they hate their own people. You know what I mean?
Right.
But it's like you hear this, right? You hate police brutality, right? But you got brothers and sisters who get into a situation with their own people and be like, I hate niggas. You know what I mean?
Right.
Or I even heard a Hispanic brother say, I can't stand this type of Hispanic. You know what I mean? It's just like that's crazy.
Right,
you know? Like,
right.
It doesn't make sense.
Right. You know.
It's really just confusion. And,
Right.
and just you know, Esau now and everything.
Right. Without the commandments, we sinking lower and lower into the mire. I just seen something today that disgusted me. There's a sister, you know, on YouTube that she does a whole lot of, you know what I'm saying, speaking about, you know, things concerning Black women and this and that. But she showed these clips to where it would be these Black women with white people, some then lesbians with white women, and the other ones with white men and everything. And they'll have the person like touch them or something like that, and then they'll go live or something, and then start playing some type of like gospel song in the background. It's something that's supposed to. It's corny as hell, but you know, it's almost like saying, "This is my master right here." You know, some stuff like that. It's some type of stupid little trend that's going on now. You know. And that's what makes, you know, a lot of people believe that hope in the Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian community is just, you know, just over with. And that's why a person's got to learn, got to know the truth. Right. You know what I'm saying? You know, being in, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people are sincere in their motives and everything, but then they wind up on heroin. You know what I'm saying? Then they start to think, well, then they, you know what I'm saying, fighting an uphill battle and everything. You know what I'm saying? You know, they go out to enlighten, you know, the Black people and such, and then they end up, you know, on the losing end of the bargain. You know what I'm saying? And then they end up on drugs. Because they figure, damn, look, everything that I put all these years in and all of that, and things ain't getting no better. They're only getting worse. You know what I'm saying? And even when we gather some people together, there's treachery even among that. You know what I'm saying? So they just like, damn, they just throw in the damn towel. You know what I'm saying? They throw in the towel, and that's what happened to a whole lot of the Black Panthers too. A whole lot of the Black Panthers end up, you know, in prison or getting on drugs. You know what I'm saying? You know, things like that.
So like, don't forget the white woman.
Oh, about the getting with the white woman.
Exactly.
Yeah, ended up getting with white women. You know.
That pretty blue-eyed,
Yeah.
straight hair, smell like dog woman. Yes.
Yeah, and also too, the black women was certainly getting after white men and white women both,
Absolutely.
because that was going on a lot.
And drugs too.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, and drugs. You know what I'm saying? You know, a lot of them, you know, pro-black. That's why I don't trust pro-black women. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, the word pro-black it's crunchy to me.
Right, because they don't mean that.
Yeah.
If you pro anything, you're supposed to be about that.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Just be you.
Right, exactly. Yeah, like you got a pro-Chinese man. What is he about? He's all about Chinese interests.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's all about China.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He's all about Chinese interests. He set himself up on that damn, you know, United Nations and everything, and he's only about China. Go ahead.
Nobody bugs him.
Yeah, nobody bugs him, right? And nobody calls him a racist either. You know what I'm saying? Nobody calls him a racist. Nobody say that he's being anti-Semite. You know what I'm saying? They ain't saying none of that. You know, they can understand him being about his people. They just can't understand us being about ours. They're like, look, we done hated y'all for so damn long, and y'all have the audacity to actually talk about loving one another. You know what I'm saying? Y'all only supposed to love us. And y'all's love for one another is only based on y'all servitude to us. You know what I'm saying? That's the way that they damn think.
You know, it's like I mean, so I hate when our oppressors, you know, be so shocked when you know a nigga's not in jail,
Right.
a nigga's not a criminal. Like it's like, oh wow, like you can actually think for yourself. You have a personality.
Right, right.
Like so you're not, you know, so you're not pro-black, but you this, but no, it's like you know you can't figure out what I am because I am a mystery to you. You know, what I mean, I'm not like you know I'm not what you have created. You know, a narrative for black people to be like, nah. But like for example, man, it's time after time. Like for example, right? At my slavery, I don't talk to devils. You know what I mean? So you know, I don't talk to devils, shit like that. I talk to the brothers though, for sure.
Right.
The sisters, you know, everything like that, right? But like it'd be crazy, when you tell them that, hey, you know, I can't work, I gotta do this, I gotta do that. They be so shocked, like, you know, you do a class, like you're in school, or you know, you're doing a podcast or something like that. It's just like I need to answer all those questions. I just need to make sure I have this day off.
Right.
So either I'm gonna have this day off, otherwise I ain't coming in.
Right.
But it's like they make it seem like, you know, when a nigga got a person, I mean, like when they can't figure out what you're doing or who you are, and it's like wow, like you're not in jail, you're not a criminal and stuff like that. It's just I'll be like, y'all devils is crazy as hell. You know what's crazy though? A lot of devils be like, I ain't racist, but they show it.
Yeah.
And they're so oblivious to it.
Right.
They just don't know. Just like that is terrible. Like y'all devils.
Yeah, that's because they change the definitions of everything.
Of course.
That's one of the things that the devils do.
Their actions really don't change.
Right, exactly. You know, they just change the definition. You know, you got to run around with it. In order to be a racist nowadays, you got to run around not only with a Confederate flag shirt on, you got to run around, you know what I'm saying, with a noose, keychain. You got to run around with, you know what I'm saying? You know, you got to do a whole lot of stuff, you know what I'm saying? So if you dress normal or whatever, and you don't say the N-word, then you're not a racist the way that they see it. You know what I'm saying? Which is a stupid, you know, way of thinking. But you know, that's funny because a lot of black people buy into that same mindset too.
Well, my friend's not racist, you know. My
Right.
white friend's not racist.
Exactly. You know, yeah, he's not racist. And here's the thing, here's the funny thing about it, what black people do also is we'll brag on being some white person's only black friend.
You are the trophy, you are the slave.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, see, they hate black people down there. They like me. Well, maybe you need to think about why it is that they like you. Maybe you need to do a, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, self-examination there. You know what I'm saying? You know, that don't make any sense right there. You know what I'm saying? Just like Even if you own, you know, if you own Facebook or something like that, and you say a comment and a whole bunch of white people like it, you would think, well, wait a minute, hold on, what the hell did I just say? You have to analyze that, you know what I'm saying? Real talk. I've seen a lot of them YouTubers do that, and then they feed on that. They see a lot of white people like it, and that charges them up even more. You know what I'm saying? All of a sudden, they turn into Uncle Ruckus. You know what I'm saying? From the damn Boondocks. You know what I'm saying? They turn right into Uncle Ruckus. Because they see that that's getting likes and from all of these devils and all that. You know? But at the same time, you know, they can be wiped out also too, because you know they got that hit squad of them black women that link up with them white men, you know what I'm saying, and be destroying black men's pages and everything. You know, they got whole teams of this stuff, black women and white men together. You know what I'm saying? You know, people say a lot of stuff about that black man and that white woman, but the most dangerous dynamic is that black woman and that white man. That's way more dangerous.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That right there, that dynamic right there, you know, because you know, she seeks to destroy. You know what I'm saying? And you don't have no black team of black men and white women coming together and destroying black women's YouTube pages and all of that stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, flagging that stuff and trying to destroy them. But you do have a lot of black women and white men coming together to do that. And they even hitting dudes that they don't even talk about, you know, black content like that. You know what I'm saying? They hit the advised show. Come on, man. And that dude don't, you know what I'm saying? He's just more like a news type of dude and everything. He don't even really get heavy into no, you know, controversial subjects or nothing like that. He's just a black man that is a content creator. And they just own the you know what I'm saying? It's funny, I don't know, most people don't talk about that, you know what I'm saying? Even on YouTube, they don't talk about it a lot. Except for then like the manosphere or something like that, that might mention it or whatever. But that is a real team out here. A real team, you know what I'm saying? Of Isha and Justin. You know what I'm saying? That's out there destroying black men's pages. Yeah, matter of fact, yeah, let's speaking of destroying, you know, like I was saying, Israel versus Iran. Well, this stuff is positioning itself, you know what I'm saying? Pretty tough, ain't it? I mean, this stuff is good, you know what I'm saying? So now with Israel and Iran going into it, like I said before, that will also cause Iran to look at America even more, because America is the one that's actually fueling them the most out of everybody. Now they catch money from all these European countries too, but they don't have a bigger sponsor than America. You know what I'm saying? America, I mean, you're talking about $3 billion a year. Sheesh. You know how much that is? $3 billion a year. In 10 years, that's $30 billion being pumped into your stuff. And that's why they have that military like what they have. They have secret assassin squads, all of that stuff, all to protect the Amalek.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They have them secret assassin squads. I forgot what one of his name is, but you know they got the high-tech stuff that can possibly come out. You know what I'm saying? They're secret assassins. And they're there to assassinate, you know what I'm saying? I look at some of that stuff and they ain't just only just shooting people. They're killing them in all kind of different ways. When they try to kill Castro, they even put something in his shoe to make his beard fall out. Did anybody know about that? They put a bomb in his cigar. I mean, they get down and dirty for real. I mean, they, you know what I'm saying, hitting people with stuff, with needles, you know what I'm saying, all kind of stuff. They finding all kind of different ways to kill people. And these are real high-level professional assassins. These ain't just no hitmen. These ain't no damn goons. You know, these are highly skilled dudes. You know what I'm saying? That know how to kill in all kind of different ways. And then make it, here's the thing, also to make it look like a natural death. You know what I'm saying? And it cleaned it up real tough. Now, with that, let's go to Isaiah chapter 13.
Isaiah 13:1.
We can start 13:1. Right?
Yeah, Lord, you might write Isaiah 13.
Got it right now. Isaiah chapter 13, verse 1. The burden of Babylon, which Isaiah the son of Amoz did see.
The burden of Babylon. What is the burden of Babylon? The heaviness. There's something that's on Babylon's mind. What's on everybody's mind right now? What is it? World War III.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's all over all over the YouTube. Or what the burden also is that prices of food and everything skyrocketing. And as this war intensifies and picks up, it's going to get even worse. That's why we all got to start to see the bigger picture. You know what I'm saying? And just get out of our little bubbles, our little pockets and everything that we in, and look at everything from the broad spectrum. Go ahead.
Verse 2. Lift ye up a banner upon the high mountain, exalt the voice unto them, shake the hand, that they may go into the gates of the nobles.
Right. Go ahead.
Verse 3. I have commanded my sanctified ones. I have also called my mighty ones from mine anger, even them that rejoice in my highness.
Go ahead.
Verse 4. The noise of a multitude in the mountains, like as of a great people, a tumultuous noise of the kingdoms of nations gathered together.
A tumultuous noise, you know what I'm saying? A tumult is an uprising.
Mm-hmm.
And we seeing that going right now. All you got to do is just cut on the news, cut on CNN. You know what I'm saying? BBC, the European news, hell, even the African news. You know what I'm saying? They hitting hard on YouTube right now. African news and East Indian news. You know what I'm saying? I kind of be watching all of them too, so you get a different perspective. You get a different, perspective outside of the spin that America, you know what I'm saying, and Europe will put on things. So you kind of put all of that stuff together. You know what I'm saying? Because they're not going to spin it like that. The African news and East Indian news and Asian news, they're not going to put the same spin on it. Go ahead.
The Lord of hosts mustereth the host of the battle.
Right. What's the Most High doing? He's stirring up all of these nations. He's stirring them up. You know what I'm saying? You allied with such and such, so now they into it. Now you got to get into it. Now they're calling on you. You know what I'm saying? They're calling on you to help them in this. Like Ukraine calling on NATO, Russia calling on China. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And then whoever don't want to play ball, then they're going to go to war with them. So now they got to sit there and think, man, either I don't support and help them, or they're going to come and they're going to be my enemy. So now I got to give them aid. I got to give them support. You know what I'm saying? Even though they don't want to.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? A lot of times they don't want to. Sometimes some want to go into the battle, some don't. But at the same time, though, the ones that don't, they got to. Because the Lord is mustering up the host of the battle.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? It's putting them in a perplexed situation. To where the kings and leaders and everything, the Saudis and all of that, they gotta get into it.
Right.
They gotta get into the war. All of them powerful, the House of Saud and the other powerful houses of Arabia, you know what I'm saying? Kuwait, all of them, they got to get in the fight.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? That's why it's called a world war. And this one is going to be even more crazy and everything. You know what I'm saying? People talk about drone attacks and stuff like that. Hell, drone attacks is old news now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You got to look at, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, and people also thinking that America's, America is just the big dog and everything. Hell, everybody has some of the same technology as you have. You know what I'm saying? Everybody has, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's in a damn race for who can make the best weapons. You know what I'm saying? All kind of stuff like that. Everybody's in a race for that. You know what I'm saying? Then you got to consider malfunctions because, you know, with the more lethal stuff is and the more computers that you depended on and everything, it gives even a higher chance of the stuff malfunctioning. You know what I'm saying? You know, that's just the way it is, you know. It gives a high chance to whatever they're putting all of it costs like some stuff costs $80,000. I think the what's the name? I forgot the name. The Javelin. It's $80,000 every time you fire one to destroy a tank. That's like $80-something thousand right there in one shot.
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? So think about it. You got to shoot 100 of those. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
That's a lot of money right there. You know what I'm saying? And then all the money you got to pay your engineers and all of that kind of stuff. You know what I'm saying? You know, and the way I see that Javelin, boy, it probably sucks to be in a tank. I'll tell you that. You know what I'm saying? Because them damn things is accurate as hell. You know what I'm saying? It's one of the most accurate things that they ever came out with to stop a tank. You know what I'm saying? And it makes sense because it's kind of like a bazooka. Anybody ever seen the Javelin?
I don't think so. I'm not sure.
It's a, you know, they fire it. It's like a bazooka or whatever. But they set it and it fires off and everything. Got the fire coming out the back. You know what I'm saying? And then it starts out, when it comes out like this, and then it goes down onto the target. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they got a real high accuracy rate, and they smash a tank. You know what I'm saying? The Javelin itself, you know what I'm saying, it's about that long. You know what I'm saying? That's why they call it the Javelin. It's long and it's thin. You know, it's about like that. Yeah, but them things is dangerous. You know what I'm saying? And then also too, Russia is actually, you know what I'm saying? Russia is doing some stuff with them tanks. You know what I'm saying? I think it was called the something 90. I forgot the name of it, the TS-90 or something like that. Boy, I was watching one of those things in action. You know what I'm saying? Them damn things maneuver like a damn car. You know what I'm saying? It was jumping dirt hills and every damn thing. You talk about 2 million pounds doing that. That's how much the tank weighs, like 2 million pounds. And that thing was running, he was sliding and fishtailing and you know what I'm saying? I'm like, yo, you know, they coming out with some serious stuff nowadays. So, you know, with that stuff, it's gonna cause a lot of damn destruction. You know what I'm saying? Really, though, it's gonna cause a lot of destruction. And let's read more on Isaiah 13 right quick.
Verse 5. They come from a far country, from the end of heaven, even the Lord, and the weapons of his indignation to destroy the whole land.
Now, when they're talking about coming from the end of heaven, you know, you got to think of these exalted kingdoms that are very, very powerful themselves, that are all the way across the world. You know what I'm saying? China is on the ends of heaven. You know what I'm saying? Russia and all of them big dog places. Go ahead.
Verse 6. How we, for the day of the Lord is at hand. It shall come as a destruction from the Almighty.
Because what does the Most High do? He turn them all against each other. You know what I'm saying? To bang it out. The Most High wants them to go to war. Go ahead.
Verse 7. Therefore shall all hands be faint, and every man's heart shall melt.
Right. Why? Because of the fear. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, because it's going to affect all kind of stuff. The war affects everything, especially a war on a large scale like that. You know what I'm saying? The Vietnam War wasn't a world war, but it had a hell of an effect to it. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 8. They shall be afraid. Pains and sorrows shall take hold of them.
Everybody that's all so proud of America. Everybody that's so proud, you know what I'm saying? And they're gonna start to see, you know, when the stuff start to really hit home, a lot of them gonna leave off that pride. You know what I'm saying? Some of them just pride just because America's in a dominant position right now. But when that starts to get threatened, a lot of them their hearts are gonna grow faint instantly. Go ahead.
They shall be in pain as a woman that travaileth.
Thinking about what city gonna get hit next. You know what I'm saying? Wondering if it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, it's gonna be Chicago, or it's gonna be, you know what I'm saying, Houston, Texas, or some big city like that. Because you already know that they're gonna hit some city. They're gonna hit some city. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
They shall be amazed at one another.
Yeah, looking at each other spooked. You know what I'm saying? You'll be able to be looking at one person, he gonna be, his eyes is gonna be gleaming with fear. And that's only gonna make the person look at him even more afraid once he see the terror in his face. You know what I'm saying? The cops, they're gonna be doing the same damn thing. They're gonna be afraid too. In that day, you ain't gonna be able to call the cops. They're gonna be thinking about their own damn life. You know what I'm saying? When we call the cops, go ahead.
They're gonna look at each other like all these, mighty powers and gangs, so to speak, cops, army, marines. They're gonna be sitting looking at each other like, damn, you too?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got you too, huh?
Yeah, you just as scared as me. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna really be trying to look for somebody for comfort, somebody that's brave, that has a, you know what I'm saying, that has a, strong countenance in that time. And they're gonna look to him as a leader. He's gonna be just as fearful or more afraid than they are. You know what I'm saying? We're looking at him, he's gonna be shaking. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The face shall be as flames.
Right, lit up with fear. Go ahead.
Verse 9. Behold, the day of the Lord cometh, cruel both with wrath and fierce anger.
Right, because the Most High is big. Then you got to look at the natural disasters that's going to be coming also. Because with all of this stuff going on, you know what I'm saying, the Most High is going to allow a lot of natural disasters to happen simultaneously with this. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of times it's going to come behind the technology and stuff too. They already sapping all all the oil out, and they trying to, switch on to solar to try, because there's an energy crisis going on right now. So with the more oil that's sapped out, it's going to cause what? More earthquakes. You know what I'm saying? Because the plates up under the earth is not going to be able to slide right. So it's going to cause quaking. And just like a machine, you know what I'm saying? You don't oil the gears on it, it's going to start to grind the gears, right? You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
To lay the land desolate, and he shall destroy the sinners thereof of it.
There you go. Go ahead.
Verse 10. For the stars of heaven and the constellations thereof shall not give their light.
Now think about it. You talk about, smoke. You know what I'm saying? Because what happened during the time when they had them oil fires over in Kuwait? The sky was black. The person couldn't see nothing. The daytime was just as black as night. You know what I'm saying? That same thing will happen here. You know what I'm saying? The same thing will happen in this time. With the stars, not showing their shining, that's manifold right there. Because in that day also too, who's gonna really care about entertainers? Who's the stars now? The stars is already getting dim because look at the hit that the Christian church took. You know what I'm saying? Look at the blow. Look at the mighty blow of the mega churches. It's getting to the damn point now where, T.D. Jakes done messed around and said the wrong thing. You know what I'm saying? He said something about, we're raising black women to be men. Now there's an uproar about that. You know what I'm saying? There's an uproar about, of course, he even tried to, clean it up and tried to pander, you know what I'm saying, and all this and that. But at the same time, he understands that he's dealing with a hell of a sensitive audience right there. Right. You know what I'm saying? If you say anything under her being a god and a queen and God is with her and all of this and that, and you say anything even slightly critical, that could be your damn career. You know what I'm saying? That could be the end of you. And they can bring them celebrities, them stars down so fast it ain't funny. You know what I'm saying? We think that they have a solid stay. Because he's worth $500 million. So they can cut that goddamn black card off in an instant. You know what I'm saying? and he mess around and be like Prince or something, you know what I'm saying, pacing back and forth in the damn front of a damn Walgreens, you know what I'm saying? You know, for all the celebrities that's on drugs, you know what I'm saying? Hell, they control their lives. So all they have to do is just say the wrong thing. They say something wrong against Jewish people. Look what happened to Wendy Williams. Look how quick the light, that star dimmed out. You know what I'm saying? And she said something critical against who America hates the most, which is black men. You know what I'm saying? And they ended her show. That was her last show. You know what I'm saying? Well, hell, they even got Whoopi. You know what I'm saying? But you know, they still, you know, she still got her position and all of that stuff. But the only thing she said was something, and then what they said is not even when you analyze it, you know what I'm saying? You know that they didn't mean nothing against the opposing party. You know what I'm saying? You know, so it just go to show you that they got to walk on damn eggshells. You know what I'm saying? The stars is going to be dim in that day. Believe that. You know, so the stars, the literal stars is in the sky, and all these people that we look up to. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
The sun shall be darkened in his going forth, and the moon shall not cause her light to shine.
Right. This is talking about war, a lot of smoke. Because what does the smoke do? The smoke rises up, right? And what happened in ancient Egypt? What happened in ancient Egypt? Darkness was over the land. You know what I'm saying? So much so to where somebody even lit a fire, the fire couldn't even produce no light. You know what I'm saying? You know, the fire produced light and everything, but the fire was, you know what I'm saying? And you know, they start hearing all kind of different stuff, you know what I'm saying, and just scared for the next thing that might come. Right. And they hear a damn, you know, a deer, you know, galloping in the forest. They ready to shoot it. You know what I'm saying? They scared as hell. Go ahead.
Verse 11. And I will punish the world for their evil, and the wicked for their iniquity.
Let's go down to the part where it said, I will raise up the Medes against them.
Verse 17. Behold, I will stir up the Medes against them.
The Medes. Anybody know who the Medes are today? Those are the Iranians. You know what I'm saying? Just think about it. Back in the day, you had Medo-Persia. As a matter of fact, you know, Iran used to be, you know, Iran is where ancient Persia actually is at. You know what I'm saying? And those are the Medes that run that, you know, that run Iran. And those are the ones right there, like I was saying, it's gonna get, you know, be angry, real angry with America. According to this chapter right here, they're gonna be the first ones to start doing the real hitting here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about the real hit. I'm not talking about just the little terrorist attack here and there. I'm not talking about that or you know, some type of mass shooting. No, let's read on with that.
Which shall not regard silver, and as for gold, they shall not delight.
It means you're not going to be able to pay them off.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? As a matter of fact, I seen about 7-8 years ago where they were talking about how the Iranians were very, very difficult when it comes to, you know, getting a payoff or something like that. You know what I'm saying? You know, they got, you know, with them, it's not about the pay, it's about principle. Right. You know what I'm saying? And purpose. Right. And the Most High put it in their heart to do that. You know what I'm saying? So they're not going to be able to be bought off. Matter of fact, why should they take a payoff from you when you're weaker now? You know what I'm saying? You're weak now. They can just get their real, you know what I'm saying, anger out now instead of taking the damn payoff and then postponing it and all of that. You know what I'm saying? It said here that they're not even going to delight in it. They're going to be like, the hell with that. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
Verse 18. Their bows also shall dash the young men to pieces.
It says their bows shall dash the young men into pieces. What type of bow does that? Because bow and arrow just sticks in a person. What type of bows dash people in pieces. We got to think World War III, yo. Back in the cowboy days, I was saying.
I think you just said it, right?
Yeah.
You said it a few minutes ago. You just said it.
Nuclear weapons.
What kind of? I was thinking the actual name.
They talk about the javelin. Yeah, that'd be one, but that's specifically the javelin is specifically made for tanks to take out tanks because that's one of the Russia's top things that they have. They have a lot of tanks. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the reasons why they're pushing that javelin on the scene like that. Really, that's a tank stopper. You know what I'm saying? So they probably wouldn't, or they'll knock out a building with it too, though. I'm quite sure they'll knock a building out with it. You know what I'm saying? Because it'd be, or any type of fortified area. You know what I'm saying? The tank. You know what I'm saying? Or some type of building. You know what I'm saying? There's a fortified building or whatever. It'll work good for that too. So if you have a whole lot of people, you know what I'm saying, young men in there, that will dash them to pieces also. You know what I'm saying? And that's just like an arrow itself. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead.
And they shall have no pity on the fruit of the womb.
They ain't gonna give a damn about children either. You know what I'm saying? They're not gonna care nothing about none of that. Because when people go to their land and invade their stuff, they don't care about their children. So why should they care about anybody else's, right? Okay. Go ahead.
Their eyes shall not spare children.
Their eyes are not going to spare children. See, this is what is cracking off. This is what I was saying, it's crazy because Iran and Israel are going heads up. You know what I'm saying? And as far as militarily, I think, Israel will have the edge concerning that. But here's the thing, though. Iran struck a deal with China. You know what I'm saying? So, and China gave Iran $400 billion. And did y'all know about that?
Oh, yeah, I did. Yeah.
$400 billion. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of money right there. So now, you know what I'm saying? China can also use Iran in case China had to go heads up with America, right?
Right.
They can use Iran as the front line. While they handle their war, they can use them against America while they handle their war with Taiwan. You know what I'm saying? Because they don't want to be fighting a battle on many fronts like that. You know what I'm saying? Pay them off. They have a mutual hatred for the United States also. You pump them with the supplies that they need. You're a Chinese leader, you pump them with the supplies that they need. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And for another thing, y'all, you know what I'm saying, will probably want to be on each other's side because hell, y'all on the same side of the world. You know what I'm saying? It's easier for one to get to the other, So it'd be better that y'all just work together, right? Yeah, it makes sense. And they have something that you need. You need, you know what I'm saying? You need a front army, and Iran needs Chinese technology and Chinese money. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, China will need maybe safe passage across Iran. You know what I'm saying? In support of Iran. So it's a mutual, benefit there. And also, too, Africa getting in the war. Africa is not just being taken advantage of as people think. The Africans understand, they understand what's going on. And they're becoming rich off of all of these people that's throwing shoveling money there. They're taking American money. They're taking Chinese money. They're taking Russian money. You know what I'm saying? And then they're also getting these technologies. And what is they doing? They're building their armies up with that. Right. They're building their cities. They're building their armies. See, a lot of the times, if you ain't the strongest player on the game, you just got to ally yourself with somebody that actually is. You know what I'm saying? It's a smart play. You know what I'm saying? You just ally yourself with somebody that is, real strong. And you have something that they need, and they have something that you need. You know, and America is being stupid because you got this Pan-African movement and everything, and Africa's not going to side with America. You know what I'm saying? It's going to side with that eastern part of the world. That's how it's going to go down. Now, you might have a few countries, because you think about it, look at all that African Union. You only got about 8 countries that's not in that. You know what I'm saying? You only got about 8 countries that's not in that African Union. You know what I'm saying? And then you have all of those big countries that are. You know what I'm saying? And these countries have militaries, man. You know what I'm saying? And also, too, the richest country in Africa also turned against Ukraine, which is also turns against America too, because of how the Nigerians was treated over there.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
That's right.
They ain't give a damn about the Negroes and everything that was over there. They cared about them, how they treated them Nigerian people, and even other African countries that ain't Nigerian are also angry about that too. And that's what they tightened up that African, you know what I'm saying, alliance right there. You know, Ham is coming together like what they did at first, at the time of Nimrod. You know what I'm saying? They unite more now than what they did. Okay. They unite now, you know what I'm saying, damn near like what they did during the time of Nimrod, because that's what Nimrod did. He united all the families of Ham first. You know what I'm saying? Because those was his brethren. You know what I'm saying? And that was back also too when the world was smaller. You know what I'm saying? The world was smaller. But that's what he did. He united all them families of Ham, and then he, you know, as far as the other the families that came from Shem and Japheth and everything, he picked certain ones, you know what I'm saying, out of that, put them up on his council and stuff like that. You know what I'm saying? Just played the whole, you know, politic game. You know what I'm saying? That's one of the ways that he ruled the whole world, by making, you know what I'm saying, confederates and alliances with everybody. You know what I'm saying? That's why he's referred to as a cunning hunter.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Just like Esau, based on his ability to unite men and make men see his vision and make men labor and fight and everything for his vision. You know what I'm saying? That's why Nimrod and Esau are the only 2 men, you know, in the scripture that are specifically referred to as hunters. You know what I'm saying? You know, hunting has to do with your ability to unite people together, all in one world vision. You know what I'm saying? With that being said, we are the ICBK coming out of 1 West on 25th Street, Harlem, New York, at the Commanding Journey of Honor. Pay your tithes, support this truth, support the men that are out here on these corners, you know, on the weekends fighting for you. And we could be doing something else, but we love our people so much that we step out to do that, to gather together, because we're also hunters too. You know what I'm saying? Jacob was a hunter. He united men into righteousness. You know what I'm saying? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And we have the same, you know what I'm saying, ability upon us.
That's right.
That being said, I'm about to pass the class over to priest and officer of Mangabar.
That's right. All right. Hey, great class, by the way.
ISUPK security announcements. Well, the ISUPK started out at 1 West on the 25th Street, Harlem, New York. Rule for new brothers and sisters: when a new brother or sister comes into the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They're to be saluted only. They're here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There's another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After this 6-month period, the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. You can find it in Numbers chapter 18, verse 21, and Malachi chapter 3, verses 8 through 10. Now, with the main website still in Slack, it means 10th in the Hebrew, Ma'ashara, 10% of every penny of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the Treasury Department of Teacher, the Priest Fund, free will offering for priests, not mandatory, whatsoever amounts you would like.
with the main website still being shut down and people still having problems with Zelle, you can still go to isupk.org, isupk.org, and pay your tithes, make donations that way. Otherwise, get in contact with the school near you and you see if they still got a Zelle account, if that's working, or Cash App, whatever would be the best medium to make a transfer with. Upcoming Holy Convocation, September 25th. Kicking off at sundown September 25th. We got the Memorial of the Blowing the Trumpets all the way to sundown September 26th. So again, get in contact with the school near you, isupk.org. You can find out all the contact information there. Follow us, different social media outlets, Facebook, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, this, that, and the third. Reminder for all, looks like we just covered that. Slack, any brother wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. It means your boot, your shirt, your pant, headband, and or scarf. With that, with that, Amadu stands, Upanya Gadam, turn to face the east. We'll say the Lord's Prayer in Hebrew. You can find it in Matthew chapter 6, verses 8 through 13. Abanawu. Shabbat Shemayim. Kodash. Hayah. Shamka. Yahweh. Malakwaka. Taba'ah. Ratazaka. Hayah. Aisha. Ba'arataza. Kawah. Hayah. Bashamayim. The Thundernaw. Lakam. Ko. Yawam. Wasalakanaw. Kabawakanaw. Kasalakanaw. Kabawakanaw. Wala'ah. Tabiyanaw. Wanasawan. Abo. Mayang. Ra. Kaya. Laka. Amalakwa. Waha'al. Wahata Pa'arak. La'awalami. Among. In English. Our Father, which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Give us this day our daily bread, and forgive us our debts, as we forgive our debtors. And lead us not into temptation, but deliver us from evil. For thine is the kingdom, and the power, and the glory, forever. So be it. Pray to bless Israel and the evil. Yahweh Shem Yahushua. Barak Lanaw. Wayashala. Wabayat. Sapar. Barak. Rapa'ah. Magan. Hagan. At this time, you can say the name of a loved one once. Everyone repeats that name once. If you're following us on social media, you type in the name of a loved one in the chat box. We'll send the prayers up with you. Israelite School UPK. UPK Minnesota. UPK Chicago. UPK Milwaukee. UPK Reds. Benjamin. Jamin. Mark Park. Annalie. McIntosh family. Raphael. All of Israel. All of Israel. All UPK. Sammy Floyd. Corey Floyd. Charles Puckett. Rantola Robinson. Stanley Hall. Todd Hall. UPK Minnesota. All UPK. All of Israel. Desiree Davis. Basham Yahushua. Throughout our month. In English. Lord, in the name of Yahushua, bless us in Israel, in the school. Bless, heal, shield, protect our loved ones. In the name of Yahushua, thank you, so be it. Blessed are you, Yahweh, King of heaven and earth, and all things living. Yahweh, in the name of Yahushua, listen to us now, right now. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the heathen that speak against us, thy prophets, the teachers, the princes, the priests, the Israelite brothers in the school. Send evils and curses and punishment and destruction to the heathen, and shake loose the treasure of the rich of Israel that refuse to give to the school. Force their riches to enter into thy sanctuary. Send evils and curses, and punishment and destruction to the Edomites and the nations and their drug dealers, court system, prison system, Planned Parenthood, all the governments of our enemies, Amalek synagogues and armies, Roman Catholic Church, the Pope, Islam, Christianity, Egyptology, militia, Ku Klux Klan, every nation, skinheads, Positive Matazzi, the gay movement, lesbian movement, spies, workers of witchcraft, NASA space program, Army, Navy, Air Force, Marines, Wall Street, open up the internet and the airwaves, cable access channel, and the radio channel. Convict the spirit of any of that people that seek to stop us and bring swift destruction to all the heathen that stand in the way or try to stop us from broadcasting your words throughout the planet Earth. Let loose all the plagues. Cause them to go to and fro through the earth and consume them. Let the plague shake the house of the thief and the murderer. The Yahushua, Michael and Gabriel, from down to flying saucers, punish all the evil that come up against us as we speak thy words. Cause it to be known by all that it is the angels that have done it. Cause it to be spread through the media throughout the whole world. Cause them to shake it that comes. In the name of Yahushua, take you all with it. So be it. Start at the front. Man of Israel, Mike Shabbat, Mighty, Barak, Yahweh Hashem Yahushua, Rakatham, Yazmatah, courtesy salute for the sisters. If you're in the room with a sister, sorry to the sister, turn to the sister. Man of Israel, Mighty Shabbat, Mighty, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Rakatham, Basum Yahushua, Yazmatah, class dismissed.